Welcome to Basic Music Production in FL Studio. Technology Enhanced Learning by Andrew Butler, 1325902. Okay, what does this series offer? It's a chance to learn basic digital music production concepts. It's a chance to have a go at new software. It's an opportunity to experiment with new upcoming music. The difference between music that we can make now using digital music concepts compared to what we could make before we had digital music. Guidance with a selection of instruments which are all accessible inside FL Studio. FL Studio is an amazing piece of software that allows you to access instruments such as piano, violin, organs, electric guitars, things that you would need a massive studio to use. We'll be going through methods of sound editing and track editing, which will allow you to export your media files across the internet to whatever site you decide to upload them to. And it's a chance to learn advanced music production techniques. Okay, today's lesson objectives are to get started with FL Studio, how to open the software, how to use it, get yourself familiarized with some of the elements. Okay, so we're going to identify some of the key elements in FL Studio. Know how to navigate through the file structure, work out where your sound files are compared to where your projects are. Add clips to a sound pattern and then import them to create a loop, and then we will import them into a track, as you will see later on, and you'll be able to make yourself a mini song, a few seconds in length, just to give you an idea of how you make a song. Okay, you'll be adding patterns to a playlist, which again, that's your tracks to be able to make the song. So we're going to crack on. So if you want to open FL Studio by clicking on your desktop, finding the FL Studio 11 icon, double clicking it, and waiting for the program to open up. Press continue at this window when you greet into the software, and here you're inside the environment. You can explore the tools that are on the top left, such as open new projects, close them, save them, and add channels into the project. So we're going to leave them for now because they are advanced tools that we won't need right now, and we're going to move on to explore different elements of FL Studio, such as the master volume, the master pitch, the song and pattern play, stop buttons, audio recording, master tempo, metronome, MIDI keyboard, and we also have the pattern creator. Okay, so the rest of the options that you can see across this top ribbon, we're not going to concern ourselves with at the minute because they're for advanced lessons and more advanced techniques when we move on in later videos. So we're going to move down to the left hand side of the screen and we're going to look at the file structure. So inside the file structure we have a file called packs, and that's where all our audio files will be saved, such as drums, sound effects, instruments, loops, etc. We also have other files that contain our projects, user information, etc. But we're going to concern ourselves with the packs folder. So if you want to go down to legacy, navigate to drums, kits, and find drum kits. So you can use any of these drum kits to get yourself started. I'm personally going to stick with drum kit number 4. So I'm going to open that now and leave that there for the time being while we explore other elements that we'll need for this video. So in this window here that I'm moving around the screen now, this is called the sequencer or the pattern creator. It allows you to insert audio files from the left hand side from the file structure into here, and you can create small loops which you can then import into the playlist. So here we have the playlist, and here you can select patterns and create your songs on each individual track, as you can see here on the left hand side. You can recolor them, rename them, and put icons on them so that they can be identified easily. So what we'll do is we'll find a sound on the left hand side, such as kick, and we'll click on it just to sample it, just so we can hear it. So if we click on this button here, as you can see, that was a kick. So what we'll do is we'll take this, drag it over. A kick is also a music production term for a drum, or kick drum. So on this pattern window, once we've dragged it into this box here, we can see that we now have it active, so that's that green light there. So we want to be able to create a kick by selecting left click on each one of those beats there. Each one of these squares is a beat. So we'll play that to see what we have now. Okay, so it's a straightforward 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a left click to add a beat, it's a right click to delete a beat. So left to add, right to delete. Okay, so now we're going to add in a clap, which is this sound here. So we'll drag it over, and on every off beat, so boom, clap, clap. So we need to put them on the red squares. So 1 and 2. We'll turn these dials here. These are to turn the volume of the specific sound down. So we're going to turn that down to 50% and press play to see what it sounds like. Okay, that's what we have so far. So we're going to add that into the playlist. So click playlist and making sure you've got pattern 1 selected. And we're going to put a few of them in. We're going to say 4, lots of 4 in, so that's 16. And we're going to listen to that all in all, but it will be quite a plain track up to now because we haven't added any more sounds or patterns in. So if you want to just give that a listen. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go back to our pattern creator or sequencer. We're going to add in a new pattern by selecting the plus button and pressing enter. As you can see, it says pattern 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to find a new sound called a hat. This one or this one, either one is fine, it's just personal preference. Turn it down to 60%. And there's many ways you can do a hat. You can do them on the offbeat like this, and we put the metronome on to help us be able to see what it sounds like on the offbeat. Or we can have it like this. Okay, and that personal preference, I like that better. So now our pattern 2 is going to be moved over to playlist. So go to playlist, and you can put pattern 2 on the last 2 beats, and then you can change it to song and give that a listen. Okay, so they are the basic concepts of adding patterns, creating loops, and using the file structure. So if you want to download this video and download the workshop file, you can complete the questions and answers. You can have a go at the tasks that have been set on the workshop file, and if you have any questions, you can post them in the discussion forum. Please do not hesitate to ask a question if you need to. Thanks for watching.